What is up guys, Wolfgang here. So today I want to talk about the WH-1000X Mark IVs from Sony versus the WH-1000 XM5s, also by Sony. Now, these names are terrible, I can admit that, but you get used to them, especially for how good they are. So I've been using these for about, I believe, 3 years now, and these for about 2 months now. And I have some thoughts I want to share. So let's get into it. Now these headphones do have a few differences in between them. Sony decided to get creative when making the XM5s and deviate a lot from their previous generation style. So the XM4s are much more of what they had been doing the last 3 generations. Plastic build, you can hear a little bit of creaking, which was one negative of it, but you were able to fold it inwards so that way it would occupy less space, and you could fold it flatter and smaller that way it would also occupy less space. Quite a lot of flexibility on how to pack it up. Now for the XM5s you do not have that option. You only have the option to lay the headphones flat, the cups, which is a negative for sure, but it isn't the end of the world per se. You will still be able to pack this in a backpack for the most part. When I'm traveling, I always have my headphones on me. So it wasn't really all that negative for me personally. For some people it is a big deal who actually don't buy the XM5s just because you can't fold them, which is a bit, I don't know, I disagree with that opinion, but well, if that's what you think, then sure, go ahead, I guess. As for fit on the head, they are both adjustable and they have a very large range of head fitting. However, I would say that you might be able to somewhat see it here. The XM5s fit better on even bigger heads, so this is mid to large heads, and the XM4s are, I'd say, small to medium-ish heads. Now I have a very large head, which means these fit me better, but when my hair is actually cut, they both fit me well. Truth is, these are made for bigger headed people, perhaps. Even though you can, in my case, you can make them smaller. All I can say is that for bigger heads, these both fit. Now, and as for build quality, as I mentioned just not too long ago, you can hear a little bit of creaking when moving the XM4s around. Now, it isn't too pronounced on mine, as I've taken good care of them, trying to keep dust outside of them, but it is a thing. With the XM5s, however, they have a metal build for the headband, which means that it doesn't creak a lot. Now it does still have plastics and silicone and etc. in here, but it does not make as much sound as the XM4s. For the mic quality, the XM5s are actually a little bit better. Now these have about 6 microphones on each ear cup. I believe these have 4 at most, which does make a difference in both ANC, or active noise cancelling, as well as call quality. I may or may not be including an audio sample right now, but the truth is that they're both just okay for calls. I personally wouldn't really want to use headphones for a call, but they are an option and they're both acceptable in the end of the day. Now for active noise cancelling, this is when things start to get interesting. So the XM4s were held as the golden standard for noise cancelling, which basically nothing was able to beat before. They were amazing. They could cancel out so much noise, and everybody loved them. Until, well, a few competitors started to come out. Stuff like the Bose 700s and so on and so forth, the AirPods Max. They actually started to rival the XM4s for ANC. So I guess Sony, in their competitive wisdom, I guess, I don't know, released the XM5s. Now, here's the truth. These are better, but you won't notice unless you have both of them side by side. These are amazing. These are much better than the XM4s to cancel out higher pitch noise. So wind noises, they're better at canceling out babies crying. It doesn't mean it cancels it out completely, but these are better. I use them on a plane, both of these, and I can tell that these make my ears feel more comfortable in the plane, as it would muffle down a lot more of the sound. However, like I said, if you don't have them side by side, you really won't tell the difference. Since I had been using these for 3 years, I put these on and they sounded different, they sounded strange. But after some time, I got used to this, and I got unused to this, which makes these sound strange, and now I can tell the difference, how these have better noise cancelling than the XM4s. My point here is, if you want to save some money, get the XM4s and you'll be happy. But if you want a bit more premium experience, you don't mind so much the money and you want the best of the best, XM5s are here for you. And the sound quality has somewhat of a similar verdict. So the XM5s, even though they have a smaller driver, these are 40mm or 30mm, I believe, and the XM4s are 40mm driver. So theoretically, these sound better, the XM4s. But for some reason, Sony made, I don't know, some kind of magic, and the XM5s actually sound better. At the beginning, I would have said that the XM4s had better bass, but after tuning the XM5s with the equalizer that they include in the app, I can absolutely say that the XM5s sound better. Even with the bass, even with every other sound frequency possible, I believe these sound better. The bass, after using these for a while, made the XM4s sound muddy, which is crazy to hear. But like I said, if you're used to using like the included earphones, maybe not anymore, they don't include them, but if you were used to including the included earphones with your phone, these are going to sound amazing, and these are going to sound amazing as well. So if you're coming from that area, buy the XM4s and save some money if you want, or you can just buy the XM5s and go completely baller and enjoy the best of the best. And that is not to say that the XM4s are bad. They still sound great, but once you get used to the XM5s, it's hard to go back. As for extras, they both come with their own carrying cases, and well, they both have somewhat of a different approach, let's say. So the XM4's case is a bit more round, and as you can see, it's smaller in total dimensions, I'd say, than the XM5 case. As you can see, that is because you can fold the headphones a bit better, and that way the case goes a little bit smaller. And of course, it comes with an audio cable, a charging cable, and a plane adapter in case you are on a very old plane that still uses these. At this point, I have not seen a plane use these, but it is an option. And then, yeah, that's about it for this case. You got a zipper around it and so on and so forth. With the XM5s, you get this much larger case, which still holds the headphones as they can't fold. That's as good as you can hold them. And you also get the same things except for the travel adapter, which is strange, but honestly, like I said, I haven't seen a plane use one of those for a long time, and I'm pretty sure that they're soon going to all switch to USB Type-C, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. They both have interesting cases. This one, they made it quote-unquote origami style, so you could fold down a bit. Truth is, it does not. If you're traveling, I honestly don't really carry a case around, so these barely make a difference to me. So it might make a difference to you. This was a big point of contention for people if buying the XM5s or keeping their XM4s and so on and so forth. For me, it did not matter, as I don't even carry my case around with my headphones. I usually just have them in my bag or on my neck or on my head itself. So the cases didn't make much of a difference for me. Now, another extra I could be talking about is the touch controls, but the truth is that these are the same on both. You know, you can hold your hand there so you can do a quick transparency mode, double tap to play and pause, swipe around, so on and so forth. They're all the same on both, but they are extras that are nice to have. You can check those out on another video, but the point is they both have the same touch controls. I guess the last point I can give you is annoyances. What annoys me of each of these headphones? So with the XM4s, I have to say it's the build quality, as sometimes when wearing them you can hear the creaking in the plastics. You might have been able to hear that. It does definitely make a little bit of a creaking sound, so that is one annoying thing that you can sometimes hear when wearing them. With the XM5s, yeah, the truth is it's hard to think about annoyances with these. If anything, I would have to say possibly the price itself, but I bought these at $300, which is what I bought these for, as I waited a bit. Maybe, I believe it was a year ago that they were released, so I waited a year for them, and the price was brought down. Well, I guess I can say that the plastic itself does get quite greasy. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but yeah, I try to keep my hands clean, so them being greasy is strange to me, but they do get a bit greasier than the XM4s by my experience. Might just take some time to develop a patina or of sorts, but yeah, I guess that would be my XM5's annoyance. Is really just the price. It's expensive, but I mean, they're top of the line stuff. They're great. In the end, if you want to save some money, get the XM4s. If you want to get the best of the best, get the XM5s. Truth is, they're both great, even though I would prefer the XM5s for the build quality, and I would probably recommend it to everyone to save a little bit more and buy these. But if you appreciate the folding of the headphones as well for them to occupy less space, then the XM4s are here for you. And they're pretty solid sound as well. Really, the only difference is that if you have these, don't buy these. But of course I did, because I always want the best of the best. So thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so you watch more videos like this, and hit the notification bell that way you get notified. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a great day.